I'm Dhruti Shah, and this is my podcast, Have You Thought About? We're about to embark on season 2. I'm a writer, and I love to find out about what passions people are pursuing and what makes them tick. The podcast is for those who are reckoning and tired of being told you can just have this one focus, only one thing that makes you you. In each edition, I'm going to chat with someone who breaks these lines.
I didn't want to tell anyone because I was afraid. I was the only woman of colour at a senior level within the organisation I worked in, and I didn't want to give anyone the opportunity to tell me that I couldn't be in that job anymore.
But then when you're spread in so many different directions, the only way to sort of market yourself is as a kind of genre bender.
I was not afraid to do that. I wasn't afraid of what people were going to think of me, or couldn't care less. I just thought, I was just thinking about my son anyway, but I did it, I was unafraid of how people might have judged me in a way that I probably would have cared about before.
I'm not stuck in this space of, what do I do? Do I text them? Do I call them? Do I go around? Is that intrusive? As an Ethiopian, it's somehow kind of in your blueprint. You know that you show up at their house with food.
How do I live beside this fear and besides danger and beside violence? Those are questions that any person is maybe encountering.
It's almost like that's such a big part of my life. And you know what it's like, especially when you're living in a foreign bureau and you're on call pretty much all the time. That takes so much out of you that when you're not at work, you just let it go.
I don't just kind of scattergun approach and just send like a bunch of emails out and hope that something sticks and comes back to me. I research everyone first to find out if they've got a good story.
One thing that we found is that the trust and safety community is very tight-knit. Everybody knows each other.
All the way to the Arctic, to Arctic Alaska, where I had previously been. And that's where they like to feed on the benthic bottom-dwelling amphipods, little crustaceans.
Have You Thought About? It can be found via www.drutisha.com. If you like the podcast, do share, rate and review. It's an independent podcast, and if you find it helpful, then let people know. Thank you to Reen Shah for the music.